Hi, my name is Sonia Grover. I've been involved with animals and animal healing since about the year 2000. I started after I had a severe back injury. Conventional medicine didn't seem to help at all, and so somebody suggested I went to see a healer, which I did, and I had a bit of a miraculous moment, and after about 2-3 months my back was healed from a very severe trauma. The woman who I went to see said, well, you can learn to do this, and I thought, fabulous. So I went along and she taught me Reiki, and then I also went on to become a Reiki master, which meant that I could actually teach people. Today we're going to talk about the chakras. The best term I can refer to chakras is energy centres, inside and outside of the body. They have been used in all sorts of arts or alternative therapies for thousands of years. Things like yoga, all the martial arts, Tai Chi, Taekwondo, Karate, Judo, and acupuncture. The basis of them works around these energy centres called chakras. The main chakras in humans are, as you can see here, 7 major chakras or energy points in the body. I've shown these as a colour because what people believe is that they resonate or vibrate to a certain colour. So if we start with the base chakra, and it's located in the groin area, both on the human and in the dog. The next chakra is the sacral chakra, which resonates to the colour orange, just below the belly button. The next is the solar plexus, almost directly behind your stomach, which resonates to the colour yellow. The next chakra is the heart chakra, which is located in the centre of the chest, corresponding to the right of the heart. Resonates to the colour green. The next chakra is the throat chakra, and again, yes, you've got it, it's located in the throat, in the centre of the throat, and resonates to the colour blue. The next chakra is the brow or third eye, or some people call it the Ajna chakra, and it resonates to the colour violet. The next chakra is the crown chakra, located in the centre of the head or brain, and this resonates to the colour purple. If we compare that to the chakra of the dog, and I want to show this to you in tandem. So if you compare that, an animal, and specifically a dog, has the same number of chakras with the addition of 1 chakra, which is called the brachial major. Now, if you look at this, if I tilt the human as if it were a dog, you can actually see that they are in the same position. The additional chakra is located between the top of the front legs and the shoulder, and that's called the brachial major. And the reason that one is significant is that the people that have been pioneering healing found that this chakra here can affect everything within the body and help with healing within the body, and also seem to be the area that most animals related to and relaxed immediately to. So it would be the first point of contact when using healing through the chakras. So again, you can see the same points. We have the base, we have the sacral, we have the solar plexus, we have the heart chakra. There are 3 positions of the heart chakra, one here, underneath, and at the front. So 3 areas you can actually access that. The brachial major, the throat chakra, front and back, the brow chakra, or third eye, and the crown chakra. There is also things called meridians, which are energy lines leading from the chakras, and there are also quite a number of minor chakras. Typically, if we take humans, in the hands and feet, and obviously with dogs in the paws. There are a lot of other minor chakras throughout the dog's body. However, people tend to just work with the major chakras because it's the easiest and most effective form when using it for healing or anything else. So in terms of the chakras and the emotional and mental links that they have, or if they're out of alignment, what might be going on, this is a very good chart. It just gives a summary of each of the different chakras. If we start with the crown chakra, which is located here, in the middle of the head. That is about connection to all that is. If there's physical problems here, the animal may be feeling disconnected to other dogs, to other humans. So that is the main link emotionally and mentally for the crown chakra. The third eye, which is here, is all about intuition. Now this is something that dogs are fantastic at. They intuitively know when they walk down the street, or if anybody comes into their house, if they don't resonate with that person, or if they walk down the street and they find they don't like that dog just doesn't resonate with them, is not on their wavelength. And that is the intuition coming in there. The third eye chakra can be affected by physical problems such as anything to do with the eyes, the ears and the nose. So if your dog has any physical problems in these areas, their intuition, their sense of what's right and what's wrong and what feels right to them will not be working very well. So you can use other methods to support that. If we come down to the throat chakra, located literally in the throat where the neck is all about communication. On a physical level, it could be anything to do with the throat or the thyroid. In terms of emotional issues with that, from a dog, it's quite an obvious one. It's where they can be too vocal or not vocal enough. So they're not actually communicating very effectively. It might be they're not communicating effectively with humans, with certain humans, or with other animals, or more specifically with other dogs. And you would have seen that in your own dogs, how well they are socialised or not socialised and how comfortable they feel. Coming down the body, we have the brachial major chakra, just where my hand is now. So that is positioned between the spine in the middle of the back and the shoulder and the top of the actual leg. It's almost like a main chakra for the whole body. So it's not specifically attached to any emotions or any particular organs or parts of the body. So that's almost like you can never go wrong by working with that chakra for anything that's going on within the dog. As we come down, the next chakra is the heart chakra, which is located opposite the heart. As I mentioned before, this can also be accessed underneath the legs here and between the legs here. My assistant is being very helpful. Not all dogs will necessarily like being touched in these places. If you come further down, the solar plexus chakra is located by the stomach, and the best way to think about chakras and what chakras relate to what part of the body is what organs or bits of the body are located within that energy center. So the solar plexus chakra, it's located where the stomach is. So anything in that area, the stomach, the ribs, some of the vertebra, and also the liver. If we come further down and we come to the sacral chakra, that is located in humans just below the belly button. It's called sacral chakra because of the sacroiliac joint, which is the joint that moves the pelvis, both in humans and in dogs. So what can go wrong there? Anything to do with movement and pelvis, also anything to do with the sexual glands. So in female dogs, the womb, the fallopian tubes. In males, it would be the testes, anything in that area, and the lower part of the digestive system being the small and large intestine. That area is about balance, sexual balance. So the balance of the male and the female. It's not necessarily anything to do with sexual reproduction or sexual partners, whether that be in humans or in dogs. So it is to do with the male and female aspects of the dog. If we come further down, we come to the base chakra located just above the tail. Again, anything in that area. So that's really the base of the spine, the coccyx, the legs at the back and the extremities and the tail. Also the urinary tract, so urine infections, bladder infections, Anything to do with the musculoskeletal system in the legs or in the tail would be affected by that. Now, interestingly, both the sacral chakra, but more importantly, the base chakra, is to do with safety and security. So this chakra would become out of alignment, and you would probably see behavioural issues if, for example, there was a major change in the home. So that could be an introduction of a new human into the home, such as a baby, or the introduction of a new animal, such as another dog or a cat, or major changes to the home, or moving home. However, because animals are much more in the moment, they show imbalances and behavioural changes much more obviously than humans. So even something we may see as small as new furniture coming into the house could actually change the whole behaviour pattern of the animal and can make them feel out of balance. Animals are creatures of habit. So for them, that settee being in the same place for the last few years is their normal habit pattern, because they come and they lie on it. So if you move the settee or get a new settee, that can be quite traumatic for them. And so anything that can support that by watching the behaviour of that and understanding chakras can be very helpful for the dog coming back into balance. The main reason people choose to work with chakras in some of the alternative therapies is because they are a very good indication of what's going on in the body. Most people that work with chakras have an understanding and a belief that chakras are linked to all aspects of the dog's being: mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. So if something is out of alignment or out of balance in the dog, it is, certainly from my understanding and my belief, affecting all those elements of the dog. By knowing where the chakras are and working with the chakras can help you see that if your dog has a physical problem, to try and understand what the emotional, mental or spiritual aspects might be associated with that. Some people have a belief that the emotional and mental aspects are actually the root cause of the issue. However, it doesn't matter what your belief system, it's just good to understand and know what other things might be affecting your dog when there's a physical problem. Let me give you an example. If you had a dog that was being sick, just eaten its dinner and it's been sick, you would know obviously that directly or indirectly there's something wrong with its stomach or its digestive system. And that would be related to the solar plexus chakra. This chakra, from an emotional perspective, is related to ego and control. So let's just say at the time you also know that next door somebody new's just moved in and they have a dog. A very big dog that barks very loudly. And your dog shortly after that starts being sick. That would help you get an understanding that your dog could be a little bit out of balance and a bit disturbed by what's going on next door with the new neighbours moving in, and could also help you understand what other things you could be doing to support your dog. Might be that you want to introduce your dog to the neighbour's dog. It might be that you want to look at other behaviours that you can help with supporting your dog through what we might not consider, but certainly dogs would consider, quite a traumatic change in their environment. In terms of what you can do, other than obviously seeing authorised alternative therapists, there are a number of books that I would recommend. Margaret Coates, this is a fabulous book. It has a whole chapter on chakras and understanding them within animals and specifically within dogs. There are other books that she's also written, Communication with Animals, where she also mentions about chakras. And there's a number of CDs that she's come up with which help balance the chakras and the emotions by just having the music on in the background. Other books I would recommend, you may or may not have, some of these are Royal Society of Veterinary recommended books which can help with the understanding of the anatomy and physiology of the dog, if that's something that you're interested in studying in more detail. So hopefully that's given you a bit of a better insight into what chakras are, and what chakras are particularly in dogs, and how understanding them in more detail can help you understand what's going on with your dog and help your dog lead a better, healthier, happier life.